So I've been talking. So I've been talking about this book called "Who Moved My Cheese" by Dr. Spencer Johnson. He out here mowing this grass, weeding. Let me go over here. I'm outside on a little mini break, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this video. But the book is called "Who Moved My Cheese" by Spencer Johnson, and I came across this book on YouTube. I've been watching this girl on YouTube. He over here mowing too. Okay, so cheese. Who moved my cheese? Cheese in this book is a metaphor for success. Whatever you want in life, or whatever you feel that is successful to you and you want it, then go get it. That's your cheese. But the thing is, if you really want it, are you going to go get it? If you answer yes to this question, I have 3 other questions for you that I want you to think about. I want you to just think about your cheese, think about what you want, and then think about these questions. First question is, how are you going to get it? Are you going to go get it by just sitting around the house? Or are you going to go get it by just walking around town, asking people for it? Or are you just going to go get it by looking at other people's and just wishing that you had it? Is that how you're going to get it? If you want it, think about how you're going to get it and go do it. Go get it. So my next question is, why are you going to get it? Okay, so for an example, you may want a house. Do you really want the house because your friend got them a house? Or do you want a house so your kids can have space in the yard to play and stuff? That could be a reason, not because your friend has it. So think about why you doing stuff and think about why you want it. Now this next question is my favorite question. And it is, who are you going to get it with? Who are you going to get it with? Okay, you want this cheese. Yes, you already said you want it. Okay, you want it. Now how you going to get it? Think about that. Write it down. Do whatever you need to do so you can do it. And then why are you going to get it? And when you figure out why you want this cheese, then that's when you need to figure out who are you going to get it with. And I will explain this last question a little bit later on in the video. So now let's move on. Okay, the characters in this book is 4 characters. There are 2 mice and 2 little people, which they are basically human beings like us. So, but they're considered little people because they're small people inside a maze with the mice. Okay, so the book started off with a group of people getting together after their high school reunion, and they were just discussing how since high school things have changed. And a lot of them was agreeing with each other, saying, yeah, things have changed, and this and that, this is what's going on in my life. And so one of them mentioned a story called "Who Moved My Cheese?" So all of them looked like, who moved my cheese? Like, let's hear this. Let's hear this story. So he told them the story. Okay, here's the story. Now, in this story, like I told you, there are 4 characters. Every morning they woke up. Every morning they wake up. They went to the maze. They went to go to the maze to find their cheese. Every day, every morning. All 4 of them. Now they ended up going to the same little section in a maze. They found some cheese. I'm like, okay, all this cheese, let's go ahead and eat this. Let's celebrate, let's that. They found some cheese, but eventually every day, every time they went back, instead of them going to go see if there was some more cheese over here, they kept going back. And they called it Cheese Station C. So we're going to say Cheese Station C. So they kept going back to Station C. But guess what? The 2 mice saw that the cheese supply was getting low. And then that's when they thought back, we need to go try to find us some more cheese, because eventually this cheese is going to be gone. and that's going to be a change. So they learned how to adapt to that change. They saw the change, and then they went on with their lives to adapt with the change. They changed with the change. But the two little people, they every single morning they went back. They went back to the same station, Station C, to the same cheese. And eventually, one day they went back and there were no cheese. No cheese at all. And so they got upset. Their name was Haw and Hem. Those were the little people names. The mice name were Sniff and Scurry. Now Sniff and Scurry, they knew how to work together. Sniff, he used his powers, not powers, he used his ability to sniff. That's how he found stuff. So he sniffed, and then Scurry was the one behind him, like, oh, you found something? Let me see what you found. Let me see what you found. So they learned how to work together. But Haw and Hem got so mad when the cheese were gone, but they really couldn't get mad because they didn't realize that the cheese were getting low. The cheese supply was getting low. They didn't realize that because they got too comfortable. So instead of them realizing that the cheese supply was getting low and moving on to get more cheese, they waited until there wasn't any more cheese at all to realize that they needed to change. To realize that they needed to change with the cheese. So what the difference is in that is us as human beings, we overthink things and we analyze things so much when it's really not even that serious. When all you have to do is just get up and go and move with the cheese. Go and move. Okay, so him, that's one of the little people, he got so mad. He was upset, like he was going off. He was in his feelings because the cheese was gone. His food was gone. So they realized that the food was gone. The cheese was gone. So they got up, went to the house. They was in their feelings. Got up the next day thinking that the cheese was just going to magically reappear when it really didn't. Got up the next day, went back to the same station, saw that it wasn't there. Did the same thing every single day. Until Haw finally realized, like, no, I'm hungry. I got to eat. I got to go find my cheese. I need to go find my success. But he didn't want to go out into the maze by himself. He just didn't want to, he wasn't sure if he was going to find some more cheese or not. And he just didn't know. But him, every time he'll go and try to bring it up to him, be like, hey, him, we just really need to go out here and go and get us some more cheese. Him will snap on him and be like, no, I'm not going out there. We're not going to be able to find no cheese. Why would we go out there and find some more cheese? Like, it was already hard for us to find this. We ain't going to be able to find no more. That's bad energy, bad vibes. So him just kept talking. And Howard was just sitting there like, yeah, you right. I ain't gonna be able to find none. I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'm not gonna be able to do this. I'm not gonna be able to do that. So he just kept coming back every single day with him. So Haw finally one day he was like, look, no, I don't care what you say. He actually laughed at himself for how he has been acting, for how he has been feeling. No, I'm not just finna settle for nothing. I'm going to go out here into this maze. I don't care how afraid I am. I don't care how scared I think I can't find no more. I'm going to go out here and I'm going to try. See, you'll never know what you find until you try. They found that cheese because they tried. See, we as humans, we get too comfortable with stuff and we just sit around, just relax, and we're not changing with the world. We're not changing with our environment. We're not changing with our change, basically. And we're still the same, and that's how we're still in this same rut that we can't get ourselves out of. Like, it's time to change. Haw and him were very unprepared for the change. So when Hal actually went out there into the maze, he was afraid at first. He was. And he was nervous and he was afraid that he wasn't able to find anything. But even though he was afraid, he still went out there and tried anyway. Like, just go try it. We did it the first time, so let's go ahead and go try it again. Let's go get it. Even when he kept growing, he would think about his friend, he would think about him. And he would say, I wonder, is he coming behind me? I wonder, has he left yet? I wonder, is he still sitting there? So he would write little sayings on the wall for his friend to find him. And he would write little sayings like this. I have the book right here. So let me find something. Let me find an example. Ooh, this is a good one. So this one says, noticing small changes early helps you adapt to the bigger changes there are to come. And that's so true. If they would have been noticing that the cheese supply was getting lower and lower and lower by the day, then they would have went on ahead, got up and changed right then. They would have went on ahead and, oh, okay, so we're losing some of the cheese. Let's go and find some more because this is our success. This is what we are living for. So let's go get it. So he would write things on the wall and stuff and just hope that him would just come out and just find him. So finally, after being discouraged, after being, like, he was so hungry, he couldn't find cheese for days. He was so hungry. But finally, he found station, I think they call it Station N. He found Station N. He went from Station C to Station N. Now let's go back to the question I asked y'all. One of the questions was, who are you going to get it with? Hal realized that he wanted to go get it. He needed to go get the cheese, but he knew he couldn't go and get it with him. He had to go by himself. So it's okay to go by yourself, but it's okay. It's also okay to have someone behind you, have someone beside you, have someone in front of you to support you, to help you, to motivate you. That's why I asked you, who are you going to get the cheese with? Or are you going to get it with yourself? That's cool. Get it with yourself because you know it's going to get done when you get it with yourself. Get it with yourself, but there's also nothing wrong with having people around you, having positive energy, positive vibes, trying to help you. So it's okay to go and try to find this cheese on your own. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. But you just have to know what you want. You want this, you want that, go get it. How you gonna go get it? What do you have to do? What steps do you need to take to go and get whatever you want? Don't overthink it. It's not that hard. I really enjoyed this book because I was going through a change in my life up until I read that book. And I read this book about 2 weeks ago. I was going through a change in my life to where I just didn't know. I never know how to adapt to change. I just, just fell in line. That's all I ever did. But now, because I used to, hey, how you doing? Because I used to be him. I used to be, I ain't gonna be able to do that. I ain't gonna be able, They're gonna talk about me. They're gonna say this. Now, I'm Hal. I don't care nothing about it. If this is what I want, I'm gonna go get it. And if you gonna be here or you not, either you gonna be here beside me helping me get it, or you stand on over there on the sideline and watch me get it. Like, that's just how I feel. Like, it feels so good. I feel really, really good after reading this book. And I got this book from this girl off YouTube. Like, I was just watching her videos, and she had a video of books to read to be successful or something like that. I can't think of the title. So I went and got it and I read it, and I'm like, oh my God, why didn't I read this book a long time ago? Like, why didn't I find this book? And even with Hal, when he went out into the maze, he realized, oh, this is so much better than being in this little hole and not having anything. I'd rather go out and try to get it than not have anything at all. At least I tried to go get it. So Hawk felt so good. Like, he felt really, really good for actually going out and trying to get it. And when he saw all that cheese at Station Inn, it was like he was in heaven, all that cheese. So this was my discussion of the book. And I hope everyone have a great day. If you have any questions, any concerns, if you want to add on to what I said, if you want to discuss down below in the comments, we can talk about it. One of the things that I have a problem with and that I've been trying to change with is getting out of my shell, because I don't go in front of a camera, or I don't really record myself and talk in front of people. But I'm learning, and ever since I started doing it, I like it. I love it. So that's one change that I have gone through, and I have learned to adapt to it, because it's not bad. All change is not bad change. And this change, this cheese, this maize, this is talking about all changes. It does not matter whether it's a bad change or a good change. It's talking about all change. That's why I like this book, because it relates to me. I relate to the book so better. Hey, but y'all have a good day. Let me go ahead and get back in here so I can go eat me some lunch, because I'm hungry. All right, bye y'all.